It might seem hard to be revisionist about someone as fundamentally unpleasant as Nero. He slept with his sister, then married her, then had her executed. He kicked his next wife to death while she was pregnant. He slept with and then murdered his mother. He fiddled while Rome burned, set fire to Christians, and then built a house that took over the city. Let's not worry about the fact that most of those stories were made up after the fact by incredibly hostile sources. But was the last of the Julio-Claudians any good as an emperor? It's not as cut and dried a question as you might imagine. The first 5 years of his reign passed smoothly, primarily because Nero left foreign policy to the experts. It was a tricky time. Boudica in Britain, an uprising in Judea, and problems in Parthia. Domestically, it was a different story. Nero was perpetually hamstrung by wanting to be popular, but he was not a disastrous administrator. He passed stricter building laws and capped lawyers' fees, for example. By the late 50s, we see an emperor trying to find his own voice and make his own decisions. His advisors were replaced, and by AD 62 he'd executed his mother Agrippina. The best known event of his reign is the Great Fire of Rome in July AD 64. It started at the Circus Maximus, completely destroyed 3 of 14 Roman districts and severely damaged 7 more. Of course, Nero had nothing to do with it. On the contrary, he organised the relief effort and arranged for flood supplies. Where he was criticised was his plan for urban regeneration that saw the building of an expanded royal palace called the Golden House. Blame for the fire was given to a new sect already unpopular, the Christians. Nero committed suicide in June AD 68 when it was clear that Galba's revolt was successful. His famous last words were a complaint, "What an artist the world is losing." Nero's decline from the mid-60s onwards can be put down to the fact that he was just not up to the job. Let's not forget he was 16 when he became emperor. In retrospect, the empire needed a broom like Vespasian to remove the cult of personality and to put it on a firm financial footing.